Today, South Carolina State Guard went to Harvest Hope food banks in Columbia and Greenville to help those affected by SNAP cuts. Our Amanda Anderson is live at Harvest Hope's Columbia location, where the food bank and State Guard are dealing with high demand. Amanda? Thanks, Clarissa. Some municipal elections are heading into a runoff, while others have been decided after Election Day. Incumbent Daniel Rickenman won the Columbia mayoral race, and District 1 incumbent Tina Herbert will serve another term. But the City Council at-large race and District 4 race in Columbia are heading into a runoff. What this means is that neither candidate reached 50% of the votes. For the at-large race, incumbent Councilwoman Aditi Bustles and Sam Johnson will face off again. In District 4, Peter Brown and Julie Lumpkin will also head into a runoff election. Both elections will be held on November 18th. An update on the measles outbreaks in the upstate. There are no new cases since Friday. That's according to the South Carolina Department of Public Health. The total number of cases in South Carolina remains at 37, and the total number of cases in the current upstate outbreak is 34. We're learning today Alec Murdaugh's defense team reacted to the new Hulu series Murdaugh: Death in the Family. In a statement, Murdaugh's team said, quote, "The program contains numerous inaccuracies and misleading portrayals that distort the truth of their lives," end quote. They also said, quote, "No one from Hulu ever reached out to Alec, his son Buster, anyone in the Murdaugh family, or Alec's attorneys to hear their perspective and clarify the facts," end quote. A former Midlands animal rescue director was sentenced to 9 years in prison last week. She was convicted of torturing and neglecting 30 animals found dead inside her home. Deputies were first called to Caroline Dawn Pennington's home on May 22, 2022, after a Crime Stoppers tip reported, quote, "the smell of death," end quote, coming from her residence. Welcome back to Carolina News. A part of Whaley Street has been closed for a few weeks now. Our Austin McConnell gives us an update on how this closure is affecting businesses and USC students. Despite the name Day of the Dead, this tradition is not to mourn those who have passed, but to celebrate their lives. Our Raquel Negron takes a look into how the Columbia community celebrates. Palmetto Lunda Arts hopes that these celebrations continue to grow each year, giving families a place to remember together. Now, Dakota, I think it's great that Columbia is celebrating honoring different cultures like this. What do you think?
Yeah, me too. I haven't had a chance to go out in 5 Points and see the altar yet, but I would love to go there and, maybe even just see some of the stories that are on that
Definitely.
altar.
I think I'm going to take a trip too.
Me too. Now, Amanda, I've heard that you've actually been to the parade before.
I have, yeah. Last year I went for Thanksgiving week, got to see those big balloons up close. It was so nice, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the Buzz Lightyear one this year. What about you?
Yeah, I really like the Shrek one. What about you, Clarissa? Have you ever been to the parade?
History's longest government shutdown has come to an end after 43 days. President Donald Trump signed a government funding bill that is going to keep everything open until January 30th. Here's what it means. Federal workers will now get their paychecks, and SNAP benefits are going to be extended through next year. Our Kyron Williams is live and will tell us what this means here in South Carolina. Kyron? Authorities announced today that a teen has been charged in the Nearview murder that took place yesterday. 17-year-old Jordan Lemon is charged with murder, criminal conspiracy, possession of a weapon during a violent crime, and possession of a handgun under 18. The victim was allegedly shot by Lemon while trying to purchase a handgun from him. Lemon was found in Sumter and later booked at the Alvin S. Glenn Detention Center and will be tried as an adult. He is awaiting a bond hearing in General Sessions. Back here in Columbia, an execution by firing squad is scheduled for tomorrow. Stephen Bryant was convicted of killing a man more than 20 years ago. Investigators say he burned the victim's eyes with cigarettes, then painted taunting messages on the walls using the victim's blood. Prosecutors say Bryant also shot and killed 2 other men. He is set to be executed at 6 p.m. tomorrow. Bryant will be the 50th person executed in South Carolina since the state resumed the death penalty in 1985. Demand for shoe cobbling services are rising steadily, yet shops keep closing. Our Osley Lewis looks into how a local business is making strides against all odds. A reminder that a little bit of care and craftsmanship can go a long way, or at least one step further. Astronomers say you are seeing the start of a supernova as it breaks through the dying star's surface. This initial supernova stage is very short-lived before becoming a fully enveloped fireball, which is why it's been hard to record until now. The new discovery helps provide valuable insight into the depths of these massive stars. Now, Osley, that's such a cool sight to see, but gotta be honest, the only thing stuck in my head right now is Champagne Supernova by Oasis from reading that.
I like that. I'm more of a Wonderwall guy, but you know what else I'm wondering about? That weather.
Thanks, Chloe. And if you're heading to Vista Lights tonight, you're going to need to know what to wear. Our Ellie Coleman is in the Weather Center with more. Ellie? An overnight crash in Sumter County killed all 3 people involved. The South Carolina Highway Patrol said it occurred at around midnight last night. A 2021 Subaru was traveling east on Broad Street and a 2004 Chevrolet Trailblazer was traveling north on Copley Drive when they collided and went off the road. South Carolina Highway Patrol is still investigating the crash. Staying in Washington, former Vice President Dick Cheney's funeral was held today, and many high-profile people were in attendance. Attendees included former Presidents Joe Biden and George Bush, as well as former Vice Presidents Kamala Harris and Mike Pence. Current President Donald Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance were notably not invited, though Vance did offer his condolences.
He is twice as old as I am and can hit a free throw better than I can.
Yeah, I mean, I love to play basketball. I grew up playing with my dad all the time, so I hope in 20 years from now I'm still playing. So,
You'd be shooting around in the driveway or
Oh
something
yeah,
like that?
all the time.
Oh yeah,
all the time.
That's awesome.